So here we are on the 13th of April 2010. Matt and I are just about to head off on a 150k 4-day Central Otago rail trail. And this is where it starts, and there's Matt. Matt, what would you like to say about coming on this trail? I'm sure you got a thought or two.
You sort of... I've got nothing.
You got nothing to say? You're going to say, oh, Dad twisted my arm, offered me large amounts of money.
Weather conditions were a little bit overcast, and there's the temperature in the air, there's a slight nip in the air, but it's not too bad considering we're this far down in the country.
Yep.
There's a slight breeze, I believe it's blowing from the south, I could be wrong, but
yeah,
it's not too bad. It's pretty good conditions for riding, you won't get too hot.
Yep.
And it's a good day for it.
About 34k. We went 34k's today, and if I look just down the trail, you see that's where it begins. There's some other cyclists, curves around, and we're heading down for a bit of lunch at Alexandra. Go. Yeah, well, Matthew and I are here at Omakau, the old railway station. I'm sitting, as you can see, where the passengers used to get on and off. Behind me over there is the dead centre of Omakau. That is the cemetery, just beyond the palings over there. Oh, we just visited the little gold mining town of Ophir, which has got the oldest operating post office in New Zealand, and we sent a postcard back home. So we're sitting out, the weather's crisp, but it's fine, and we're looking forward to a good day of cycling today together. We've enjoyed the journey so far, so cool. Cool, and we'll just have a little bit of a look around at the surroundings where we are at Omakau here. So we're at the train platform here, obviously. And you can see down the track there. I'll just zoom it in a little bit, see how much we can go. Boom. It's about what the track's like. We've got another sort of historic zoom out again. Omakau sort of station. This is what's coming up for us. Yep, the old big shed over there. Yeah. And the track there. So we're next up to Lauder Station, aren't we? Yeah, I guess and so. Finish the journey in 115 kilometres time. Yeah. Our journey. Yeah. Hey, good one. Awesome. Matthew and I were at the Hayes Engineering Works, an amazing place. We just had a look through with a guided tour, and all the machinery, a lot of it they just develop themselves to produce all these things used mostly by farmers. And yeah, we looked through the buildings over there. The far one, the corrugated iron, that's got most machinery in, and had a water-powered wheel to provide all the power up for all the machinery. And then we've had some lunch over there in the lower building. And all these buildings nearby are made of mud brick, including this house over here, and that's where the Hayes family lived. And we've had an interesting look through there, with a fireplace in every bedroom. So yeah, it's been real good, and we've enjoyed looking around. Yeah, Matthew and I just stopped at this, what was the place of the workers' camp, just on the side of a hill. They had little tents and things, and it's just so kind of, would you ever want to live here? And the tunnel's just 100 metres over the hill there, and they did the work. They must have been hard men, especially when you get 10, 15 degrees below zero in the winter, and that's using horses and shovels, and man, I'm glad it's not me. Well, Matthew and I have just stayed last night at this little sleepy hamlet called Otago. We stayed upstairs, and as you can see, the building in front of us and its associated little cabins and things people have stayed in. We had a wild night weather-wise. It was extremely windy and blustery, but this early morning, you wouldn't know it. It was out there, the sheep in the adjacent paddock are just grazing and enjoying the rays of the morning sun. It's a surprisingly warm 12 degrees. We didn't expect it to be that warm. So we're in for a good day today. This is a pan around here. We see the rest of the paddock, and coming around more to the northeast where the sun is up, looking across to the far hills. We'll be going in that direction generally, and sweeping around, and at the foot of those hills, probably about 200 metres away, is a rail trail that we'll be on today. And it's a bit early for our cyclists to be up around, but it's been a very pleasant time. We met a nice family we chatted with at tea last night. All in all, we've enjoyed our stay here. This is Otago in central Otago, just a little town with just a few buildings in it. And you look down the street about 200 metres, just around about there is where the rail trail is, crossing the road. We came in from the left yesterday and we stayed in the Otago accommodation, just part of the building that we see here, just behind there. And last night we had a meal in this commercial hotel, very nice meal indeed. Across the road is a craft shop and the Muddy Creek Tavern, Foursquare store, and a bunch of hungry yearling cattle I can hear down the road. And just behind me, toy library, coming around to the petrol station, and swinging around here. We're looking down the road, which is, as a signpost says here, there's a road down there to Alexandra, or if you go behind me it's to Ranfurly, and you see this other sign to Ophir, which we're going to later in the morning, is a very historic gold mining town. And just across the road from the sign, going down there, across a bridge, we'll be cycling down a few kilometres. Just across the road there's some old historic stables we may have a check in and have a look at as well. As you can see in the sky there, it's pink sky. They say pink sky at morning, shepherd's warning, so the weather may be not so good today. But we've enjoyed our little stay here in this little town of Otago. We're stopped for lunch here in Ranfurly, and we've just had some nice lunch up here at the East Central Cafe. It's quite a windy day. You can see by the flags over there that we've had a tailwind, and we were absolutely smoking at 35-40 k's an hour going along the rail trail. We felt really sorry for the people that were struggling into the wind, and especially the older ones and the children and so on. But anyway, we've had a good afternoon and enjoyed our people over there. Group of people we've got to know who had dinner with last night, nice family from Devonport. Over the road there's one of the Art Deco ones, the D Collectibles, and it's the accountant, and as Matthew said, he did well. And way down there you can also see the Continual Milk Bar, nice old building there, so nice place for us to stop for lunch. Go.
Good morning, and it's the last day of the Cycle Rail Trail journey today, and it's our biggest day and it's our final day. And it's probably our coldest day. As you can see, there's snow out on the mountains out there. It's been a pretty chilly night in our cabin, I must admit, and there's been no heater. But we're ready for a 49 kilometres, so it's biggest. The wind conditions is slight, it's heading in a tailwind direction for us, which should be good, and we should obtain Middlemarch by, I'm guessing, 11:30 if we're going a little over 15 kilometres an hour. So we will see you there.
But I believe yesterday we had, with the tailwind, we were doing pretty good, weren't we?
Yeah, we were. We're cruising down the hill there. We reached the highest point yesterday about 11:30. And there were people going up the other way, and there was a really gusting, or not, about a 45 kilometre an hour tailwind, and they were walking before they even hit the hill. There's only 150 incline, but it would have killed them. It would have really killed them.
And I believe you got up to about 51 k's at one point, Matthew.
Yeah, I was trying to catch Dad, and there's a beautiful tailwind, so yeah, it's easy to reach those speeds.
Thanks very much, Matt.
All right.
All right.